Good day, everyone. Today we will be discussing our report on SDG number 12, Responsible Consumption and Production, and our chosen project, which is Sustainable Packaging Towards Marine Litter Reduction by PCEP-SDI. I am Paul Corrales, and my group mates are Dave Bakay, Ryan Empay, and Michael Dagohoy. Next slide. Who or what is PCEP-SDI? It is the Philippine Center for Environmental Protection and Sustainable Development Incorporated, and it is a non-government organization that promotes the preservation and conservation of the environment through different programs. Listed below are the list of things that they do: conduct of green business seminars, development of eco-labeling criteria for greener products, technical working groups membership, certification of eco-friendly products, organized green exhibits, green procurement and capacity building, life cycle assessment trainings, technical assistance on sustainability and corporate social responsibility.
What is the project about? Sustainable packaging towards marine litter reduction promotes the use of sustainable packaging for reuse or from alternative materials using market-based instruments to reduce marine litter. What are their aims? Develop a sustainable packaging to encourage reuse and recycle rather than using single-use packaging. Establish a private sector roadmap when shifting towards to sustainable packaging. Promote sustainable packaging through an environmental education campaign on SCP. Activities under the said project. In 1. 1. Project Inception Workshop. 2. Mapping out the challenges and impacts to sustainable packaging. 3. Prioritization and shortlisting of solutions in the packaging sector. 4. SCP Awareness Seminar entitled Cultivating Green Consumerism to Sustainable Practices in a Fast-Paced Society. 5. Policy Roundtable Discussion on Solid Waste Management and Promotion of Sustainable Packaging in Iloilo City and Bacolod City. 6. Policy Dialogue on Enhancing Solid Waste Management and Advancing Sustainable Packaging in Iloilo City and Bacolod City. Green Choices for 7. Green Choices for Green Products entitling an awareness seminar on the National Eco-Labeling Program, Green Choice Philippines. 8. Stakeholders consultation meeting on the eco-labeling criteria for packaging products.
Project Inception Workshop is an event that discusses the importance of finding solutions to environmental problems, producing sustainable packaging to lessen the use of single-use materials, which is the cause of excessive usage of disposable products. The workshop also introduced the Rethink Plastics project. It highlights the need for the shift to more sustainable packaging and provide the basis for the ongoing project of PCEP-SDI with full title Development of Voluntary Guidelines on Sustainable Packaging Towards Reduction of Marine Litter and Promoting Packaging from Alternative Materials Through Market-Based Approach. In order to also accommodate questions, breakout rooms and plenary discussions were also made so that the participants can share their insights about the project and the workshop.
Private Sector Roadmap Workshop 1. Mapping out the challenges and impacts of sustainable packaging. In this webinar, it aims to different private and public sectors in the Philippines to develop their roadmap for sustainable packaging, to raise consciousness for the importance of monitoring the sustainability impact of sustainable packaging, to be aware of the socio-environmental impacts on the packaging industry, urging global efforts for circular economy against marine litter, highlight the importance of the waste management system and introduce the working draft of the packaging value chain. During the webinar proper, Mr. Alvaro Zurita, the project leader, states that the sustainable waste management is a simple way to commence, but a person's physical and mental aspects must arrive together to execute it. Dr. Maria Angela Zafra also features the market readiness study which aims to introduce the 7 types of alternative packaging, such as biodegradable, bio-based, wood, and paper based on the sustainably managed forest, compostable, recyclable, reusable, long-lasting, and with recycled content. This enlightens the participants in the webinar and makes them aware of the social environmental impacts of the packaging industry. It also highlights the development of voluntary guidelines on sustainable packaging in reducing marine litter, while also promoting the packaging from the alternative materials to establish a private sector roadmap and promote packaging through an environmental education campaign.
Roadmap Workshop 3 prioritizes and shortlists solutions in the packaging sector. They held a training webinar entitled Development of a Private Sector Roadmap for Sustainable Packaging Workshop 3 Prioritization and Shortlisting of Solutions in the Packaging Sector on October 29, 2021. The webinar aims to aid the development and serve as a strategic document that will guide stakeholders to make the packaging value chain more sustainable. The the workshop consisted of 2 more workshops. August 4 during the that was during August 4, 2021 and September 15, 2021. In August 4, with stakeholders to map out and verify the social and environmental impacts of the packaging value chain and identify the challenges and barriers to addressing these impacts. The second workshop, which was conducted last September 15, is to identify and prioritize environmental hotspots and create an initial long list of solutions that can address these hotspots.
SCP Awareness Seminar, Cultivating Green Consumerism Through Sustainable Practices in a Fast-Paced Society. The first speaker, Mr. Jun Alvarez, introduced the tools and practices of the Sustainable Consumption and Production project and its goal, which is about the use of services and related products which respond to basic needs and bring a better quality of life while minimizing the use of natural resources and the effect on the environment. The second speaker, Ms. Julhana Nervesa, focused on discussing topics such as green purchasing, green products, and checking the label as the second speaker of the awareness seminar. To promote green purchasing, Ms. Nervesa persuaded the participants to consider the environment as a basis of their decision before purchasing products and services. The third speaker, Ms. Aguilar, mainly focused on the status of the marine environment, the relevance of greening the packaging industry in the Philippines, and providing opportunities for engagement through the Sustainable Packaging Towards Marine Litter Reduction Project. The last speaker, Ms. Maureen Lebria, shared the different ways of greening the food service and tourism sectors, approaches on how we can contribute to reducing negative environmental impacts, and provided information regarding the sustainable initiatives of some food services and tourism sectors. The next activity is about policy roundtable discussion on solid waste management and promotion of sustainable packaging in Iloilo City and Bacolod City.
During this discussion, they held discussion that aims to bring about the existing policies of both the national and local governments of Iloilo and Bacolod City. It is to determine the challenges, gaps, opportunities, and priorities on the packaging and solid waste management in the locality. Ms. Kim Castillo, the project assistant, stressed out that shifting from linear economy to circular economy is a key to the solution to marine litter. With that in mind, the project aims to develop eco-labeling criteria and certify products for sustainable packaging, establish a private sector roadmap to instruct strategic plans, propose solutions, and recognize stakeholders that can be involved in the implementation of shifting to more sustainable packaging, and to promote sustainable packaging through environmental education campaigns. They've also held regular seminars on eco-labeling and SCP practices, sectoral sustainability initiatives, pilot projects, and Kalikasan GP3 Expo conference are initiated. Lastly, Mr. Farales discussed that major problems with solid waste management are not the system, but the behavior of the people. To inform the participant, he enlightened them on the different types of waste we generate in normal activities. from compostable to non-compostable waste. The next activity is about enhancing solid waste management and advancing sustainable packaging. This webinar held an online policy dialogue entitled Hence Enhancing Solid Waste Management and Advancing Sustainable Packaging on October 26, 2021. The event aims to present the results of the roundtable discussion in Iloilo City and Bacolod City to deliver challenges, opportunities, and areas of improvement on solid waste management and promotion of sustainable packaging, and to provide an avenue for open discussion in solid waste management and sustainable packaging. The first speaker of the webinar was Dr. Maria Angela Zafra, who talked about the market supply and demand for sustainable packaging. She discussed that sustainable packaging should be effective, efficient, cyclic, and safe. Biodegradable, reusable, and compostable packaging, which are alternative packaging to single-use plastics, should also be introduced. There will be a policy recommendation guidelines which will contain the results of the research and policy dialogue between the two municipalities, which will then be endorsed to the LGUs to provide policy recommendations on solid waste management and sustainable packaging with the key aspects on SCP. The policy dialogue consisted of presentations from the panelists, such as the 5-point philosophy and 4-level waste diversion scheme for solid waste disposal and recovery, design and manufacturing to alternative packaging, and the areas of improvement for policymakers in setting the right regulations for solid waste management.
Green Choice for Green Products, an awareness seminar on the National Eco-Labeling Program, Green Choice Philippines, is a seminar on the opportunity for businesses and other stakeholders to understand the eco-labeling. It is also a viable solution for promoting sustainable choices. A well-known business that has partnered with PCEP SDI is SM, as it hopes to step up its sustainable initiatives for its malls, hotels, and retail segments.
Stakeholders consultation meeting on the eco-labeling criteria for packaging products was not accessible on their website.
So to end our presentation, we hope that everyone learns that there are many ways to reduce pollution in the oceans and other bodies of water, and it can also save marine life. Reducing waste like reusing and recycling old and used things like food packages can help make our world a better place for all living things. That's all. Thank you.